bears sitting in chairs.
Bears sitting in chairs. That's very good.
Kittens.
2 little kittens.
A house.
And a house. And a pair of
Hands.
hands. That's right. Mittens. And a young
And a mouse.
mouse. That's right. And a comb. And a brush. And a bowl full of mush. And a quiet old lady whispering.
What was she
What did
whispering?
she say? Hush.
Hush.
Good night, room.
Good night, mouse.
Good night, mouse. Good night.
Good night, moon.
Good night, moon. Good night.
Good night, cow.
Cow jumping over the...
Cow will jump into the moon.
That's right. Good night, cow jumping over the moon. Good night.
Good night, Betty.
Light.
Good night.
Good night, red.
Good night, balloon.
Red balloon. Good night.
Good night, bears.
Sitting in...
Chairs.
That's right. Good night.
Good kisses.
Kittens. Good night.
Good night, hands.
Hands.
Good night, fire.
Good night, fire. Good night,
Good night, clock.
clock. Good night,
Good night, hands.
hands. How about socks?
Socks.
Good night, socks.
Good night, house.
Good night, house.
Good night, mouse.
Good night, mouse.
Bye. Good night, bye.
Good night, bunny. Good night, comb. Good night, brush.
Good night, buddy.
Good night, bunny.
And for bye.
Good night, mush.
Good night, mush.
Good night to the old lady whispering.
Bye bye, kittens.
Good night, kittens.
Bye bye,
Good
stores.
night, stars. Good night, air.
Good night, hair.
Good night, noises everywhere.
Here.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's right.
All done.
All done. Very good.